Hello everyone.
Hi.
We thought we would introduce you to a new member of our family, inspired by the Skeins Hill Virtual Flower Show and also some work that my dad and Mitch and Connor's Grumps are doing with his Rotary Club. We've created this scarecrow boy, I think you might say. He's got nice wellies on. And we know you won't be able to read this because we're doing this selfie style, but we've got the word smile down here, and then it says, Mitch?
Special people meeting up, inventing, laughing, excitement.
And with the smiley face at the bottom. And we just thought this might all cheer you up. So this is going to go out in our front garden, and hopefully as people walk by, it will make them smile. Mum and Dad have got a tiger in their front garden. So if you happen to be
Not a live one, okay? Don't get too frightened. It's only a mask.
If you happen to be walking through Linfield, have a look. Anyway, we hope you're all well. And we've certainly had some unusual May weather, haven't we? So let's hope it's beginning to perk up.
Hot, wet, hot, wet. Where will it stop?
Who knows? Anyway, we hope you enjoyed tonight's rehearsal. It will just be a few weeks now till hopefully some of us can get together in person. And in the meantime, please stay safe, stay well and stay happy. And hopefully we'll see you on the Zoom later. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Hello everybody, welcome to our penultimate remote rehearsal, possibly our penultimate remote rehearsal ever. Hope I'm not being too optimistic. At least hopefully our last one, but one for some considerable time. It's great to have you with us. It feels like spring properly this week, so things are really looking up at the moment. We're going to start, as we usually do, with some warm-ups and then go on to working on some of the songs that hopefully we'll be able to sing very soon together. So let's start first of all with a yawn and a stretch. And a shoulder roll backwards and then forwards. Shrug them up to your ears and drop them down. Get yourself in a nice, balanced singing position with your head nicely balanced over your shoulders, nice and relaxed. Give your head a little bit of a wiggle. And then we're going to do pumpkin face and prune face. Pumpkin, prune, pumpkin, prune, pumpkin, prune. Fast as you can. Pumpkin, prune. You can do it faster than I can say it. And then leave your face in that sort of open, not quite a forced pumpkin position, but sort of a nice open, slightly surprised look. Sam at the Wakehurst Choir calls it a Christmas face. And that's important because your mouth cavity is where the sound is partly produced from, so it's like an echo chamber. So if you're all scrunched up, there's really not much space in your mouth, but if you open it up, you've got a bit more space there and you'll get a better volume and better quality of sound. We're going to do an exercise that we might not be able to do in person. It might potentially be a little bit spitty. It's called lip rolls, and we did try it once before. It's just rolling your lips like that. It's surprisingly tricky. I'm getting better. The way to encourage the lip roll is to just push gently on the side of your mouth to help the relaxation. Like that, okay? Now the reason for doing this is apparently it releases all vocal tension and it uses important singing muscles, the inner larynx. So let's have a go at that together. Pick any note you want, whatever's comfortable. Try another note, go a little bit higher or a little bit lower, whatever feels comfortable. Don't push it too far out of your normal range. And again. See, I find if I don't put my fingers there, it dries up. And I kind of come to a bit of a halt. So for whatever reason, think it just relaxes your sort of lip muscles. Something very satisfying about it. So let's do some singing now, and we haven't done What Are We Going to Do for a long while. That will push our range. We'll see how high we can get up. Maybe we've all slumped a little bit over this period. Starting low. And what are we going to do? 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 Stay there. What are we going to do? What are we on? E. Going to do. One more time, and then we'll go up. Going to do. Up. What are we going to do? Stay there. What are we going to do? One more time. What are we going to do? Let's see if we can do one more. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? One more time. What are we going to do? What was that then, ultimately? F sharp. That is pretty good. Hope you did as well.
So a quick recap on where we're holding the notes in Scarborough Fair. So Scarborough Fair is in 3/4 timing, and that always makes me think of waltzing, which gives me very fond memories of being at school. So we're going to be in the first line. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? We're going to hold fair for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. We're going to hold the time for 4 counts of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to be one where you're going to want to probably take a breath after sage, maybe. Then remember me to one who lives there. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. She once was a true love of mine, and that's another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then it's the same through the other verses, and then we repeat the first verse at the end. So it's going to take a bit of practice for us all, just making sure we can take a quick breath to make sure we can hold particularly the second and the fourth lines. The first and the third probably we should manage. But yes, we all just need to practice a bit, and when we all get together in person, we can decide where we want to take our breaths. So good luck tonight. I hope it goes well. And I look forward to seeing you on the Zoom, and you can tell me how it's going. Okay, hope that makes sense. See you later. Bye.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. Tell her to make me a celebration. Deep forest green, parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. Of sparrow on snow-crested brow, without no seams nor needs and bedclothes, the child of the mountain. She'll be a true love of sleeps unaware of the clarion call. Tell her to find me an acre of land, deep forest green, parsley, sage, rosemary and tracing of sparrow on snow-crested brown, between the salt water and the sea's bedclothes, the child of the mountain. She'll be a true love of sleeps unaware of the clarion call. Tell her to reap it when the signal of heather, deep forest green, parsley, sage, rosemary and tracing of sparrow on snow-crested brow, she'll be a true love of sleeps unaware of the clarion call. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Wisely sage, rosemary and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine. I'm going to keep the momentum going on Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound. Last week we did the round, which is the How Sweet the Sound bit. This week I want to do the other one and just focus on a couple of things in that Amazing Grace tune. It's basically the same tune as the hymn, but there's a couple of bits that are a little bit different. Just so watch out for Amazing Grace. It moves where normally we're not used to, and I once was lost. So just watch out for those slight variations to what you're used to. So it'll be, I think, unison Amazing Grace, unison How Sweet the Sound, or possibly the other way around, and then one sung against the other. Enjoy. Amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I was lost but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I was lost but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. I was blind, now I see. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see. Amazing grace, amazing grace, amazing grace, how sweet the sound of that saved a soul like me. Sweet sound. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was lost, but now I'm found. I see. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see. Last week we introduced Sailing, the Rod Stewart song. We're going to continue with that again this week. I want you to think about the phrasing of the words. We talked about the legato, but I also want you to think about where it sort of swells and where it fades back. So it really has sort of two waves, which is very appropriate for a song about sailing. So it starts gentle and then just swells a little bit and then drops down. I'm going to indicate that with my hand. This isn't indicating the notes, it's indicating the volume. I am sailing home again, across the sea. So that's the first one, and then it's I am sailing stormy waters to be with you, to be free. So I think it's one slightly larger wave and then one slightly smaller one, and that's the whole verse. The other thing that's going on is the counter melody, the little part that goes with it, and it's can you hear me? Can you hear me sailing by? And then the note drops. Can you hear me? Can you hear me sailing by? And that time my hand is indicating the note, not the volume. Let's do that one more time. Can you hear me? Can you hear me sailing by? Can you hear me? Can you hear me sailing by? Ignore my breathing on that, it was all over the place. Okay, we'll play the a cappella recording again, so join in with whatever you feel comfortable with. I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, you hear me? I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, you hear me? Passing high clouds to be with you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me through the dark night far away? I am dying, you hear, forever trying, you hear, to be with you, and say, we are sailing home again, across the sea. We are sailing stormy waters to be with you, to be free. Let's return to Let the River Run now, which is a high energy song. We won't rehearse the parts now, it's a little bit too challenging, I think. We'll go to those when we actually get back in person, but the parts are separated out on Google Drive, and if you're feeling keen you can go to those to have a little rehearsal of your part. Otherwise, just enjoy the song as recorded on a cappella. It's got all the parts there in balance, so you can listen out or just join in wherever you feel like. Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation. Come the new Jerusalem. Silver cities rise, the morning lights, the streets that lead them, and sirens call them on with a song. It's asking for the taking, trembling, great and small, stand on a star and blaze a trail of desire through the darkening dawn. It's asking for the taking, trembling, shaking. Oh, my heart is aching. We're coming to the edge, riding on the water, coming through the fog, your sons and daughters. Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation. Come, the New Jerusalem. It's asking for the taking, trembling, shaking. Oh, my heart is aching. We're coming to the edge, riding on the water, coming through the fog, your sons and daughters. Let the river run, let all the dreamers wake the nation. Come, the New Jerusalem. Oh, come, the New Jerusalem, Jerusalem. So thank you for joining us this week. If you're watching live, then please join us in a few minutes for our Zoom catch-up. Otherwise, we're going to finish now with Shalom, and then we will see you next time. Bye.